Phoenix is the second summon you'll be able to fight in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, available in Chapter 4 once you reach Junon and are able to talk with Chadley to check out the combat simulator. It's an odd fight with some unique mechanics, so if you're struggling, here's how to beat it.
Deal with that.
First off, this is the same disclaimer as the Titan boss guide and all other summoned boss guides going forward, but this guide was done with Phoenix at full power, just to showcase how to beat it at its hardest difficulty, but unless you're specifically looking for a challenge, we recommend finding the 3 crystals in the region found in these spots on the map and adjusting the difficulty to whatever you want. There's no particular reward tied to beating a summon at full power. For this fight, we again recommend going with Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, largely for the same reasons as the Titan fight. Cloud for his well-roundedness, Punisher stance, and counterfire synergy skill. Aerith because targeting elemental weaknesses will be a big part of this fight. Arcane Ward is always super handy, and because her innate high MP and magic attack will be very helpful to dealing big damage once Phoenix is staggered. And Tifa to build the multiplier once Phoenix is staggered. For green materia, make sure that everyone has ice materia. Hopefully at least one with 2 stars, so that you'll be able to use Blizzara to target Phoenix's one major elemental weakness. You should also have fire and wind equipped on one character to deal with the elemental weaknesses of the enemies that Phoenix will spawn. Outside of that, make sure that you've got a dedicated healer that can cast Cura to keep the party topped off on health. For blue materia, you'll want to make sure you have elemental grouped with a fire materia on one of your weaker characters, like Aerith. Phoenix has a team-wiping move that you'll need to survive if you expect to win this fight, and Aerith's low health might not be enough without boosting her fire resistance. Other things that might be helpful include putting magic efficiency materia on Cloud, linked with the fire and ice materia. You'll need to be casting a lot of spells in this fight, and if you run out of MP, you're going to be in a real tough spot. And finally, linking your healing materia with autocast will help you make sure that your characters are topped off on health. The rest of your materia slots should be filled up with HP and MP ups, and if you still have any extra room on your weakest characters, a spirit up or 2 wouldn't hurt either to increase magic defense. Also, having Cloud's melee blade synergy skill unlocked in his folio, as well as Aerith's spellbound blast, will also be very helpful in building ATB for both of those characters at once. This is a unique fight in that, for the most part, you won't be able to really damage Phoenix at all. Phoenix's gimmick is that it will start the fight by casting Flame of Life, which will spawn 3 orbs that will orbit around it. When it casts Breath of Creation, one of those orbs will turn into a monster. First, it will be a Flan, then a Bomb, then a Grandhorn. When you kill all 3 of those monsters, Phoenix will be pressured, bringing down its defenses and giving you a chance to stagger it. After that pressure or stagger period ends, it will create 3 more orbs with 3 new enemies. This time it will be an Archdragon, a Fleetwing, and then an Ogre. Killing those 3 will again cause Phoenix to be pressured and potentially staggered. You should look to kill the enemy that Phoenix spawns as soon as it appears. They're all pretty easy to take out with the exception of the Bomb. Flan, Grandhorn, and Ogre are all weak to fire, and Fleetwing and Archdragon are weak to wind. Bomb is tricky because it doesn't have an elemental weakness, and if you just attack it out of the blue, it will counter you with Swell. Use Aerith's Arcane Ward, and then throw non-fire spells at it to try to stagger it, and eventually kill it. In between summons, you'll also have to keep an eye out for Phoenix's attacks. Flaming Geyser, Surging Flame, and Incandescent Burst are all fire-focused projectile attacks that can be counterfired with Cloud. So switch to Cloud and be ready to use the synergy skill when you see those attacks come up. Rending Talons is a physical attack that hits a single target and should be blocked. After a pressure or stagger sequence, Phoenix will usually do a series of attacks. These all cover a massive range on the ground with a few safe spots that you can run to. That said, it's easier to just switch to Cloud and counterfire through them all. Now pay attention because this is the really important bit. You need to make sure that you're being careful about Phoenix's life coming out of a stagger. If it is less than half, you need to stop putting on damage and start focusing on healing your party to as full life as you can, because once it recovers from a stagger, it's going to use Rebirth Flame. which is an unavoidable attack that will almost certainly kill your whole party if they're not at or above 80% of their life. Not only that, but Rebirth Flame will also revive 3 monsters at the same time: a Bomb, a Grand Horn, and a Flan. This is the time to use your synergy attacks and limit breaks, because if you just let 4 enemies run loose while your whole party is critically low on life, you'll find yourself overwhelmed while you're trying to gain the ATB back to heal yourself. Note that Phoenix is technically not invulnerable here, so if you manage to get it down to just a small portion of its life, it could make sense to just focus your synergy abilities and limit breaks on Phoenix. Otherwise, kill the enemies first and go for one more stagger. The good news is that if you're able to overcome this hurdle, Phoenix doesn't really have any other surprises in store. It will return to the starting order of the first 3 enemies, and you'll just have to do it all again. Make sure that you're using Tifa to build up the stagger multiplier, using an arcane ward to aid with your Blizzara spells, and focus thrust to push Phoenix from a pressured state to a staggered state. Hopefully that helped you bring down the Phoenix. I'm going to leave you here with a full uncut playthrough of the boss at full power so you can see the strategy in motion. Thanks for watching, and for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
Keep it together.
I'm coming. Try using it. It's your turn.
Let's do this. It's on you.
It's on you. Anytime. That'll do. You can do it.
I got this. So long. Keep it up.
Watch yourself. I'll show you what I can do. Get her. You're burning up.
Deal with that.
I got this. You're up. You can do it. This one's for you.
Come ready? You're
Ready?
keep it together.
Good luck. Here goes. Can you take over
Take
for
it
me?
over. Don't stop now.
For you. I'll take care of this. Come on, team.
Watch this.
That's it.
Now you're with that.
All set. You're up. So it's my turn? There.
Leave it to me. Deal with that.
Okay, let's go. One more shot. Can you take over for me?
It's not over yet.
Let the winds caress you.
Keep it together.
I'll take I'll take care of them. Together? Got you. Battle, why don't you lead them?
You're up. Not looking good. Good, I need a breather.
Oh, you're up. I'm coming.
Pushing it.
Let's stay strong, okay? I'll take care of them. Yoo-hoo. I'm in.
Yeah. It's on you.
All set. So it's my turn? You've got this.
Taking over. Call me out.